Each of America's 13 national marine sanctuaries, teeming in natural treasures, are also time capsules of the nation's seafaring past, filled with shipwrecks and other lost relics that tell America's history. Finding and preserving these non-renewable treasures became part of the sanctuary's overall mission in 2002 with the creation of the Maritime Heritage Program.
The Monterey Bay National Marine Sanctuary was eager to start their program. So the Macon Expedition is the first archaeological survey conducted within the boundaries of the sanctuary. And the Macon Expedition took about 2.5 to 3 years to plan, and it involved many aspects of both educational and outreach, which is actually a mandate in the Maritime Heritage Program and the Sanctuaries Act that we go out and explore, characterize, and inventory resources and share those with the American public.
The public had a ringside seat for the exploration live on the World Wide Web. Live streaming video from Tiburon's high-definition cameras streamed out to over 30,000 visitors while the dive was in progress.
It was exciting while we're down there exploring. We get to actually share it with the American public. It's a research vessel, Western Flyer, has dynamic positioning, which is critical to ROV operations. It communicates with satellites and allows the ship to stay on station without anchoring. And that's critical when you have a tethered vehicle like an ROV working in a deep water environment. You can't anchor the ship. You actually have to follow the ROV and track with it. In this case, we used a robotic navigating system designed by Steve Rock of Stanford University. He's a rocket scientist that was trying to apply this technology to outer space with the space shuttle for navigating robotics in space. Had the opportunity, he's been working with MBARI to actually apply this to a remotely operated vehicle in inner space. If you look at a scientist going into a cave with a flashlight, he's only going to see a small portion of that cave, and that's not unlike deep water surveys like this. With the ROV, we only get to see a small portion of the Macon at a time. With the photo mosaic, we're going to get the very large picture and scale of all the artifacts, and it'll be like lighting up the entire cave with lights. We're using the remotely operated vehicle Tiburon. And Tiburon is equipped with high-definition cameras, and we have it actually equipped in two different configurations, one for survey mode, when we're actually doing archaeological survey and recording individual artifacts on the seafloor, and then photo mosaic, where the camera's fixed straight down with lighting, and we basically go out and mow the lawn, navigating in one direction across the entire wreck site, and then the ROV will maneuver over and then reverse the course and overlap these same images to create ultimately a seamless photo mosaic in high definition.
The team focused on two major wreck debris fields, dubbed Field A and Field B. Debris Field A contained the Macon's aircraft hangar and 4 Sparrowhawk airplanes. The technology and skill that allowed these planes to utilize the dirigibles Akron and Macon as flying aircraft carriers were the marvel of their day. The team found the planes to be remarkably intact, with even their fabric wing coverings after 70 years on the ocean floor.
We also found in Debris Field A 5 of the 8 Maybach German-built gasoline engines that powered this airship.
In Debris Field B, the team discovered the bow section of the ship. The mooring mast, the forwardmost piece of the vessel and the last to go into the water when it sank, had once held the ship in place as it weather-vaned on the runway at its Moffett Field base.
And we have first-person accounts of survivors riding the mast cone into the ocean.
An operation which pooled funding and combined the efforts of individuals from a dozen agencies and organizations. The Macon Exploration's team was comprised of highly skilled and dedicated individuals. The trail to the Macon had started with Chris Greck, Deputy Director of Marine Operations at the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute, MBARI. In 1991, Chris had followed up on a Macon artifact snagged by a fisherman to locate the wreck site. Bruce Terrell, Senior Archaeologist for the National Marine Sanctuary Program, did much of the historical research into the Macon and its squadron of planes. Dedicated to educational outreach, the team decided to get students their sea legs in the person of a teacher at sea, Noah Dowdy, from Mission High School in San Luis Obispo.
Here is specifically with this high-definition film, is that we'll generate a photomosaic map, which will eventually get released to the public. So later on might be able to use this map that I'm seeing put together right now in the classes I teach. And being here, I'll have the experience of knowing what the problems were in putting together a map and then how those challenges were overcome. And so
the world's largest airship, 785 feet long, kept aloft by 6,500,000 cubic feet of helium.
There's still a generation around that witnessed the Macon flying, witnessed the Macon under construction. The sounds of her engines, the roar, people would turn out by the hundreds to witness it. And there are letters or covers captured, notarized the Macon through history. And there's also postcards from all the visits it made to various cities across the country. So it was an iconic symbol. There's a certain excitement about history. And when you dive on that site, we are getting a snapshot of history, February 12th, 1935. That's what we're looking at.